Hello. I don't think anybody's here yet, but we'll give it a few minutes and see if anyone joins. And if not, in about 5 minutes, I'll just start doing it like it's a video. Oh, there's somebody. Hello. I'm here. Welcome, welcome. How are you this fine Friday? I hope well. Don't be afraid to say hi. Hello. We will get started shortly. I'm just waiting to see if anybody else comes on. But thank you for joining. Oh, take my glasses off. Maybe I could see better without them. I don't know. Hello, everyone. Well, we're back down to one. Hi there. I'm here. Come, come, come. Join me. Please join me. Hi, Mandy. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. I'm just giving it a minute or two to see if other people come on. Thank you for saying hi from Canada. Wow. Now, are you a demonstrator or just a passerby? Hi, Jen. Yay. Thanks for joining. Doesn't matter if you're a demonstrator. I just wondered. Hi, Karen from Texas. Wow. Wonderful. I bet it's hot there. I don't know. Here it's, oh, you know what? Hang on a second. I have to sort of close this door a little bit because I have a room air conditioner in and it's making a lot of noise. Hi, Margie. Now, how do you say your name? I forget. Marie? I don't know. I forget. You're from like Holland or somewhere. Welcome, welcome. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start, I guess, and others that come in will have to just catch up. I think we only have 3 people on, but this live is about Stampin' Up products. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in the United States. So I can only sell to people in the United States. So sorry to those that aren't. But you may be able to find demonstrators for your country. I can't really recommend anyone. So anyway, so first thing is Judy Evans Parker. That's her channel name. I just know her as Judy. But Judy Evans Parker is having a Stampin' Up party. It's effective now through June 29th. We originally said July 2nd, but we're going to end it on June 29th so that she can take advantage of the special that's going on right now, the kickoff annual catalog kickoff celebration. Hi, Philomena. Thank you. Hi, Nix. Yay, we're getting lots of people. Don't forget the thumbs ups, even though we're just starting. So if you could place an order on her party, it's T6PCEWEX for the host code. And where that is on your ordering screen. You should see my name at the top if you click through on any of my links. And it says your host or your demonstrator is me, Deb Houck. And then down at the bottom of your cart on, I think, the left-hand side, there's a box that says host or hostess code. And that's where that goes in. Be sure to put that in because if you don't, Judy doesn't get credit for it. I still do, but Judy won't, okay? So make sure you put that in, and I'll bring that up again if I remember at the end of the party. Plus also, it is in the description box for this live when it goes up as a video. It's also in the last 2 videos I put up in the description box. So be sure to check it out. Okay, so if you didn't already order your paper pumpkin for June, it's too late. The box of sunshine was through June 10th only, and they have started to ship. But the next one is going to be about summer nights, and you have to order it by July 10th. It kind of cut off up here. It looks really cool, and it's going to have an add-on effective, I think, July 1st. Now, I'm a little confused. I just was looking this up before the live, and apparently the kit itself will make 9 postcards and 9 die-cut tea light bags, but the add-on, I'm a little confused on whether it will make 20 or 24 cards and envelopes. So, and the add-on is $10. The kit itself on a month-to-month subscription is $22 a month plus any tax you have in your area. And this is US dollars for USA only. And both of them, of course, are while supplies last, and they're expecting it to go quickly. So if you are interested at all in signing up for Paper Pumpkin, be sure to sign up sooner than later, definitely before July 10th. Hopefully it won't sell out before then. And the add-on starts 1 July, so you can add it to your cart. And you may want to consider getting coordinating items like Blackberry Bliss cardstock and or ink, Calypso Coral cardstock and ink, Coastal Cabana, and Night of Navy. So let me just show you those colors. Night of Navy, Blackberry Bliss, Coastal Cabana, beautiful color, and what I say, Calypso Coral. Oops. So those are the colors that coordinate with the July Paper Pumpkin Kit, okay? And I'm going to leave this one out because we're going to need it for the first card tonight. So that's it for Paper Pumpkin. Also, in the month of June only, if you order $250 or more, you get an additional $25 in Stampin' Rewards. I would hate for you to miss out on that. Now, the only thing is, if your order is that big, you can't use, well, you could, but I don't know why you'd want to use Judy's host code because she'll get the benefits then, not you. So just saying. And also, it's a great time to join my team if anybody's interested, because you will get a free bundle. You get to pick a free bundle, meaning Stampin' Dies or Stampin' Punch, but only through June 30th. And that's in addition to your starter kit. And you always get a Paper Pumpkin kit of it's a past Paper Pumpkin kit in with your starter kit. And just a reminder, the beginner brochure, it's actually online now, and instead of saying make beautiful things, like the last one said experience creativity, it says beginner brochure. So you can easily find it, and there's some really cute things in here, which I'll be able to show you in person later on in the month. Now for today, we are going to be making some cards, 5 cards I have for you, using this beautiful In Good Taste suite. This is the suite that has all this beautiful textured paper you can see here. It also has a stamp set and dies, and you can see some samples of cards here. The coordinating colors, it's got a lot of neutrals: basic gray, gray granite, smoky slate, berry vanilla, night of navy, early espresso, and then petal pink. But you can do things, which I'll show you in the last card, without it. And then this is the stamp set. These shaded in show you the dies. Here are the dies, and here is the stamp set, so you can get a better look at them. Lots of label type dies. You've got a banner, you've got some double stitched circles, which I did not use tonight for some reason, and then some background kinds of things, which we are going to be using, and a feather. We're going to be using all the stamps except the Good Things in Life Are Better With You. It just didn't work on any of my cards tonight. Alrighty, so let me put this aside and let's get started. Let me catch up on chat. Hi, Note Spinner, who's going to be right back. Sorry, I'm missing all this chat. Yes, I actually just hit 2,900, and then I was at 2,901, and then it went down again a little bit. So I don't know. It's okay. The Netherlands, that's where you're from. I remember now. Cool. Have you ever been here to the States? Okay, so let me show you the first card we're going to make. This is the first card. It's a really, really easy card. So this is more of the beginner level. And that's looking really fuzzy to me. Hang on. I don't know. I'm not sure that's really helping. Yeah, help me get to 3,000, please. Share, share, share. I would love to hit 3,000, and at 3,000, I'm going to do some kind of a giveaway, but not till then. I give little prizes now and then anyway for Stampin' Up, but I'll do a channel giveaway. All right, so this card, this is the designer series paper. We are going to be using the embossing folder called Tasteful Textile 3D Embossing Folder. You've seen this before a little bit, but not much. But I used it on the label actually this time. I don't know if you can see that. This lighting or something is making my camera be blurry. You can't really see that, can you? I wonder why that's so blurry. Does it look blurry to you guys? There you can see it a little bit up here. Yeah, well, it's blue, so of course I love it. And then inside, very simply, is more designer paper and just white. So let's just get started. So I have all the pieces cut already. This is an A2 card base, which is 8.5 inches by 5.5 inches, scored at 4.25 inches, and then folded. Okay. And then, of course, the standard mat for the front is, well, my standard mat for the front. Not everybody does. Oh, okay. Cool. Thank you for letting me know that. I'll try and make it over when mine's done. 5.25 by 4. I don't know how to say her name, but Margie, Maurice. I have to listen to her again to remember. Anyway, she shows nature and different things so on her channel. I love seeing her flowers and stuff like that. Anyway, I might need to get another bottle of glue out or finish up my snail that's almost done. So while I'm doing this, I have an order coming, my second order, because, you know, in the pre-order we couldn't get everything we wanted, and, well, really, I still can't get everything I want because I can't afford it. And so on Monday, I'm expecting that package because I did not pay for expedited shipping. Okay, so this is one of the Tasteful label dies, and I just die cut it in Night of Navy cardstock. There you can see the texture. Oh, thank you. It's all right. Just a little blurry. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Seems like it's getting a little bit better. I don't know. And I had to remember that this goes this way. Now, what I did, I don't normally do this, but I pre-die cut 2 of these labels, and they have lines on the edges, and I don't know. There you can see them. So I did 2 because just in case, you know, Deb messes up. And we're going to stamp Just Saying Hello. It's definitely a scripty writing type thing. And see how I do today in getting it somewhat straight. And within the label. Might be a little tricky. Yeah, might be a little tricky. Okay. It's hard for me to see where the edges are. Oh, I just made it, guys. I just made it. It's not bad. It's not bad. I have to move some papers out of the way here. So I can't give you measurements on those. I'll show you which dies they are. These are the Tasteful Labels dies that go with the Tasteful Touches stamp set. This is a bundle. And remember, if you buy them as a bundle, you get a 10% discount. So it is this one for here and the big one here. This is one of the bigger ones. So this one and this one. Okay, and that's pretty much how they came. I put them on a magnet sheet, but that's pretty much how they came set up. So that's it for the stamping, guys. That's pretty easy, right? I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator in the United States, yes. And I would love for you to join me or let me be your demonstrator. And I will have all the products I'm using tonight under this video by probably late tonight, and then tomorrow I will have everything out on my blog with the dimensions of the cards we're making and things. This I'm going to pop up on dimensionals. If I can find my dimensionals, they're coming apart. Because I cut some of the edges before the sheet was gone. And here's why, because I just kind of want to strip down the middle here like that. Boop. And that I should have put more in the middle. Thank you. Yes, I mean, what you see with me is pretty much what you get. I'm not a player. I'm not like that. I'm kind of a simple person. Anyway. And then we're just going to pop it up here. And then I'm using the denim 3/8 inch ribbon. It's item code 149590. And I've already pre-tied a bow, so you wouldn't have to sit here and watch me suffer through that, because sometimes I have trouble tying a bow. Where's no? Okay. Oh, good idea. And if you have the old one, old inks, these are what the new ones look like. Now, I will tell you, because of COVID-19, some of the inks are on back order, but you can still place an order and they'll just go in back order, and then you'll get them when they come in. Hopefully that will end pretty soon as things start to open back up. But part of what happened is the manufacturer of the refill bottles got sidetracked making medical supplies with the plastic, I guess. So it wasn't the ink supplier as much as it was the bottle supplier for the refill. That's for the refills. But I'm guessing the same could be true for the plastic cases for the ink pads. I'm not sure. So that's the front of our card. Simple, really easy, right? Not hard at all. I love this paper. Love, love, love it. So, and then the next one, this is another 5 1/4 inch by 4 inch. Now this, I think I cut a little smaller than I had in the first one. Maybe. No, it's about the same. Let me see what, I wrote the measurements down. This is 4 3/4 inch tall, or by, well, actually wide this way, by 3 1/4 inch high. Okay. Watching TV, listening to the radio, and watching. Oh my goodness. Multitasking. I can't have all that noise distraction. It drives me a little bonkety bonkers. Music is good. Music I like to do. But like even right now, I have this window air conditioner on, and the noise of it is driving me a little nuts. The whole house air conditioner is not quite as bad. That's the other side of that paper, by the way, which I had, I think, used previously. And there is card number 1. That didn't take long at all. Oh no, note spinner. Sorry to hear that. They must be pretty old or extreme conditions or something. Cool, Jen. That's good. So yeah, my link to my web store is below every video, and it'll say shop with me here or join my team. You can just click on that link if you're in the US, obviously. And the host code, like I said, will be down there also for any order under $150. If you would like a catalog, email me. I'll put my email address in here right now. If you don't have a catalog and want one, I have a couple left, not many. And then anybody who places a $50 or more order between, well, from January through, I'm going to say like June 29th, will get, yeah, 1998 is pretty long ago. They'll get the new mini catalog that's due to come out and be effective in August. That's usually what we used to refer to as the holiday catalog, but they changed their name. Thank you. Thank you, Mariah. Is that how you say it, Mariah? Cool. Okay, so let's move on to card 2. I went a little different direction this time. Let me just move this one out of the way. So this is this one. Now remember, this stamp set has a flower, feathers, some background, some leaves, another background, and then some sentiment. So it's a good all-purpose stamp set. This time I did it the vertical way. So this is 11 inches by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. I again matted it with just a piece of designer paper, but this time the paper is Rococo Rose and White. It's like paint or stucco or something with paint mixed in. Really pretty. I almost hate to cover all this paper up, but I'm going to. But then I matted a piece of Whisper White onto another piece of basic gray, and I stamped on it first. So we're going to stamp. We're going to do our stamping first before we assemble. So let me get the flower here, and we're going to color a little bit. And then I have a scrap here because we have to do this die. And let me just make sure that, sorry, this is the die we're going to use, and that will fit. So, yay. And that says, "You are so special." And you all are. So we're using a color called Rococo Rose. Sorry for my dirty stamp set there, or ink pad. Which open like this. You just pull up, push down on this side, flip over, and slide. They're a little different than the old ones for those that have the old ones. So now guess what I had to do, guys? Oh, MVW. Okay. That's how I say it. I like Mariah better, I think. I don't know if that's how you say it. Cool. So there we go. You are so special. I like all the sentiments in this set, actually. They're very, you can use them to send to just about anybody, really. I'm going to leave this out. Forgive me as I turn around. I had to go buy a Big Kick today because my vintage, I'm sorry, a Big Shot, because my vintage Big Kick passed out on me, and in the middle of trying to develop a card class a couple days ago or a week ago. And I tried to make it do, and it just was being impossible. So apart from taking it apart, which I really didn't want to do, I had to get one. And luckily, Michael's has curbside pickup here, so I was able to do that. Hang on, I'll be right with you. Just going to run it through over here. But I'm still going to get the Stampin' Up! Mini one when they come out. And I may still get another big one, but I'll get the mini first. So there we go. There's our sentiment. Put my die away. And now we're going to do the flower. And we're going to stamp it in Rococo Rose. And I want to stamp it kind of at the top in full strength Rococo Rose. This is sort of similar to what I did with the sunflower, for those of you that saw me make the sunflower card from the Flowers for Every Season suite. Yeah. I don't know. Is this a rose? I'm not sure it's a rose, but it's the color of rose, what I think of rose. And now all I'm going to do is take the light and dark Stampin' Blends. These come in a combo pack. They're alcohol markers in dark Rococo Rose and light Rococo Rose. I'm going to take the dark first and just do the center a little bit. Now you'll see the color of these markers is slightly different than the ink color. To me, they're a little more pink, where the ink pad has a little more brown in it, I think. I'm not sure, but it's okay because that way the outline shows up underneath the coloring. And I'm going to use the brush end, and I'm just going to gently, even with just the light, I'm not going to use the dark really, go over some of the lines that are already there on whoever drew this beautiful flower to turn it into a stamp. I'll look up and read text in a moment. Sorry. I'm usually on, everybody that's new here, I'm usually on at 7 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday nights, and we will be going back to that on next week. Also, an announcement, I'm going to be starting a new video series called Saturday Stamping, Tips, Techniques, and More. That will be a video, and there will be stamping in it, but it's geared towards giving you at least one tip or a new technique, at least new to me, or maybe one you know, but with a different stamp set, that kind of thing. So every Saturday, I don't know what time yet, so just watch for that tomorrow. It will start tomorrow, and then once a week on Saturdays, I'll be doing that, and that will all be Stampin' Up! Product as well. Current Stampin' Up! Product. And then after that, on the 15th, I have Craft Our Paper Stash Cards, which is a collab I do with Stamp Girl, who is Paige, and Linda Kaufman. And I can't remember who else is in that. Sorry. I'm in so many collabs right now, I can't remember who's in what anymore. I think I might have just gone a little bit out of line there, but normally I would say it wouldn't matter to go out of the lines. However, we're not die cutting this. And actually, there is no die for this flower. But I will tell you, we are going to fussy cut it for a card later on the last card. And it is actually pretty easy to cut out, even for me who has a little bit of arthritis. I'm just going to go over it a little bit more. So pretty. Okay, I think maybe a little more here. Okay, let me look up at the chat here. Oh, okay, cool. Oh no, sorry if I was buffering. Well, I think the stamps do a lot of the work as opposed to me, but I try. I try. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do now is glue our background down. So let's go ahead and do that. And it's, again, wood grain on the other side, dark wood grain this time. Hopefully this glue is going to make it through the day. I keep thinking it's 7 p.m. Eastern, and it's not. What time is it there in the Netherlands? The lines are our friends. Yes. The lines are our friends. 7 years, Note Spinner. I had my die cutting machine about 7 years. And I did watch a video on how to take it apart, and you can get new bearings, like little ball bearings. But my crank works fine. It just doesn't have enough pressure, like it wasn't die cutting anymore. Okay, so the next thing we do is we glue this to this. And like, gosh, that looks a little bare, right? But we're going to pretty it up down here on the bottom. I forgot to do something on the first card. Well, we'll do it when we get to that point on this card. I forgot to put some bling on it. Gotta have our bling. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. And I'm not an expert colorist by any stretch. Okay, so now we're going to bring in a little piece of, I forgot to tell you guys this too, the dimensions for this. This is basic gray cardstock, and let's see where it is here. Okay. It is 4 3/4 inches high by 3.5 inches wide. And the Whisper White is 4.5 inches high by 3 1/4 inches wide. So this is 3.5 inches wide, 3.5 inches wide, same as the gray matte, by 1 inch high. Okay. So what we're going to do now is glue this down where we want the sentiment to be. I like to do it right about here, but we're not gluing the other mat down yet. Maybe up just a little bit, because we're going to put this ribbon across and I have to tack it down on the back. And this is the scalloped linen ribbon in Rococo Rose, the same color I used to stamp the flower. So let's flip this over. Bring out my old snail that is no longer available, but hopefully on Monday I will have my new tape runner, if you will, and it'll be called Seal and Seal Plus. There will be 2 of them. And that's crooked as all get out. So let me straighten it up this end. There we go. Okay. And now we'll glue it down. And I could bump it up, but I don't want to because I'm going to bump up the sentiment. And I don't want it to be too bulky because it's so expensive to ship anything. By the way, guys, my thank yous and prizes up until Judy's party all went out. The prizes went out. Hi, Paige. Yay. I'm glad you could join us for a little bit, Paige. Stamp Girl. Yay. Aww. Oh, that's a shame. My mother is 91 and she's in a nursing home, which they, thankfully, I think they've turned the corner on this COVID, because last week and I think this week, I'm not entirely positive on this week, everybody tested negative. I'm waiting to hear about the residents on this week. But last week, everybody tested negative. Thank you for that. Okay, so now we're just going to put our sentiment down. This is card 2, Paige. You didn't miss a whole lot. I'm doing 5 cards. And I'll go through the business stuff again at the end if anybody can stick around, because there's a really gorgeous paper pumpkin kit coming up in July. Okay, so that is the card. Now let me bring the first card actually back in, because I forgot to put the bling on. All right. I have to get the bling out. Okay. We need our bling. We girls have to have our bling, and some of the guys too. All right. So what I used on this card was the holiday rhinestones. And I used Night of Navy, which is on here. These are in the current catalog. They carried over from last year's holiday. So let's see, where did I put them? I put one down here on the other one, but we'll see. We'll see what looks right. Oops. All right, I'm going to put a big one here. And sort of a little one here. I think I'm going to use the last big one and put it, maybe same thing I did last time, down in here. Actually, maybe, yeah, put it right in here. So there we are. And the bow's a little bit loose, but not bad. Okay, now for this one, we're going to use the regular basic rhinestones, and we're going to take our dark Rococo Rose Stampin' Blend and just color a couple in. So we'll color a big one. And you have to use alcohol markers to do that, but be careful, because I am finding that I'm kind of ruining If you push down on these hard, you will ruin the tip of your marker. So be real careful. Go sideways and gently. Otherwise, you'll fray the tips. I'm just doing 3 different sizes of the basic rhinestone jewels, and I'll look up in a second in between cards here. And be careful putting your tips back on. You should give them a minute to dry. But since we're live, you know, just look like 2 plain white up here. We need a little more something something, right? Oops, got a piece of putty stuck on my rhinestone. Maybe because the alcohol was wet. So that is the first card and the second card. Now we have to do the inside yet of which one? This one, right? On the inside, I just used a piece of Whisper White and a scrap of the paper. This is 5 1/4 inches. This is 1/2 inch, and this is 4 inches. So let's just assemble that and stick it on the inside, and then card 2 will be done. Thank you, Paige. You're so sweet. I appreciate that. I'm still trying to figure out what is my stamping style. Hi, Clay. Oh, sorry. I did try and set it up so people be notified right around 2:30, but I don't know. It probably everything seems to be delayed. I don't get notifications till things are already started or done sometimes. So there we go. That's card 1. There's card 2. Easy card. This one's not really that hard either. The next one's a little more complicated, but not that bad. I need to put these somewhere. Okay. So here comes card 3. Oh, yeah, they do sleep a lot. I do have one mod, but she's not on today. A moderator that helps, which I don't, so far, knock on wood, I haven't had too many trolls. So this is our next card. I wanted to use the feathers, and I also wanted to use a background stamp that looks like this. And I wanted to use this paper that sort of looks like fabric or burlap or something, but it's got like navy in it, but also like gray granite. This color is gray granite. And this actually is not one of the coordinating colors, but it is Seaside Spray. It's one of the in colors from 2019 to 21. You see I have a little glue on here. And this I tore, and I also ran it, before I tore it, I ran it through the Tasteful Textile 3D embossing folder. I did use that several times tonight. So I have all the pieces. We're back to 8 1/2 inches by 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/4 inches to make us an A2 size card. And the first thing we're going to do is stamp with Native Navy, but we're going to stamp off. So I need a dirty sheet because I don't want to wreck my clean paper. Oh, thanks, Philomena. Yeah, so far I actually have had 1 or 2, but not too many. And I'm not going to be real particular about how I do this. But I do want to stamp off because I don't want it to be super dark blue, if you know what I mean. So just play with it and have fun. And actually just put those 2 on there. And really we only need to do the edges. They don't even have to be straight. And actually, if you stamp off twice, you can put some like that. Just have fun. Make a mess. Get a little dirty. Not too dirty. It's not like playing with pigment sprinkles or anything, you know, because it's going to be covered up partly by the blue Seaside Spray, the light blue. There we go. And I usually turn them over. Actually, I got that one on a little darker than I wanted. I'm trying to do it kind of quickly because I don't want to hold you guys forever. This is fun, but it takes time. And I'm going to go in just a little bit further. Maybe up at the top a little bit. I mean, if I just was sending it out like that, I'd go like, nope, that card's not going anywhere. But we're going to cover most of that up, and then it just gives it a little something along the edges. Used to have flat rate shipping boxes. They do have flat rate in different sizes. They have small, medium. Medium comes in 2 shapes. But they're like, the small ones are about $8.30 or something. The medium, and it's only to the US, domestic. Okay, so now the next one, I'm going to run through my brand new Big Kick in the embossing folder because I did not do that ahead of time. Yeah. And I had to get one because the other one, sadly, was not cooperating with me at all. Okay, I'm going to move that up a little bit. So this is the embossing folder. I'm just trying to make sure it's in sort of straight. Here's the number of it. If you buy the whole suite, you get the stamp set and die bundle. You get this. You get some elements, which I'll show you later. And there's something else, which I'm forgetting right now. I'll show you the catalog page in a minute. Okay, be right back. Yep. Okay, let's see if we can do this. So this one, that I don't know whether there we go. The plates are a little different. They actually seem to work better. I don't have to use cardboard now to do my embossing folder. I can actually use my embossing plate that I had gotten from Stampin' Up. So yeah, it's pretty nice. But the other plates and stuff work fine. And ta-da! Now, what we're going to do is tear that beautiful piece of paper, and we're going to tear it downwards so that we don't get a big, you see how this has like a big edge on it? You don't want that. Well, you might want it over here. It depends on what look you're going for. I don't like that look, so I'm going for it just to be clean, sort of clean, if you will, along the edges. And every time you do this, it's going to turn out different. And that's kind of the whole point of it, right? And then we're just going to go across the top. And that piece goes in the trash. And then we're going to take 1/6 of our stamping sponge. They come in a circle, and I just cut them in wedges. And I don't put labels and all that jazz on. I don't know. I just look for, does it look like it's blue? I'm going to bring this back in. And I'm just going to sponge the edges a little bit. And even just go like this. And I want it a little bit darker around the edges than I do in the middle. I don't know why, I just do. Because I like the way that looks. So this would be more of casual or avid. I really kind of got that torn big. So I think I'm going to put this up at the top and the more jaggedy at the bottom. I just like the way that looks. And let's leave the ink out because we have to stamp our sentiment. So the sentiment this time is "You are the best," which I think I have out. Yes, I do. We're going to stamp that in Night of Navy. And then I actually have to die cut that still too. They're really clean and simple sentiment. No frillies at all. Let me put these inks away. Thank you, Mariah. Yes, there is. It's not Stampin' Up though. It's one of those competitors. His initials are TH. Let's see. And what did I use? Okay, so on the dies, I used this one to cut the sentiment. And then I used this one, and I actually cut designer paper out with it. So this is the designer paper. Really cool. It looks like burlap, but it has some blue and some gray granite looking color in it. I tried to use a variety of papers and things for you tonight. I have to turn around and die cut this, so I will be right back. Reassemble my machine. There we go. Okay, throw that out. So here's this. Now before we assemble that, actually we can glue this down, so let's go ahead and do that. And I'm going to use wet glue again because I prefer it, especially when there's textures there. Okay. Now, I can show you how the feathers stamp, but I went ahead and stamped them and I had to fussy cut them. So again, I didn't want to bore you with that, but basically on this one, I stamped 2 in gray granite and 1 in Night of Navy. We're going to do the reverse of that. We're going to do 2 in Night of Navy and 1 in gray granite this time. So what I did is I took a glue dot and I put a glue dot onto the front of the one in the middle, which will be gray granite this time, and put it onto the back center of the little, this thing, sentiment. And then I did the same with the two other ones, but on this piece. And I think what I did on the first one is I actually put this on here first, and that way I could judge where. I'm going to get my little dimensionals out because I found that I did need 2 along the side. Oh yeah, well yeah, that's a little dangerous. But I think I only started paper crafting in 2017, early 2017. So, but I do remember seeing some videos of people doing that note spinner. Yeah, plain scissors, Elmer's glue taping. Yep, I believe that. The good old days, right? Not so much die. Now they have, you know, all the electronic machines like the, I don't know what they are, Cricut and Scan and Cut. I do wish I had a Scan and Cut because fussy cutting sometimes for me is a little hard. But these images in this stamp set, I will say, that's crooked. Ugh, it's crooked, guys. Oh well. Are really easy. I mean, this is pretty basic cutting, and even the flower is not so bad. So now we'll just have these go out sideways. And so they just need a glue dot right on the front of them, and I put it up as close to the stemmy part as I can get it. And then this is going to be bumped up too, I'm pretty sure. Yes, I have that bumped up as well. Alrighty. And that actually will help hold the feathers on too. And I guess I'll do one in the middle. Yes, you can say that. That's fine. Mariah. MV, whatever you said. MVW. Okay. You can say it. It's fine. And I'll try and get over there as soon as I can when I'm done. I have 2 more cards after this, though. So I'm going to stay and finish my cards, and then I'll try and join also. Okay, now we need some bling. And what I decided to use for this one is pearls, but they are the metallic pearls in silver, because I just thought they went well. I will say that sometimes the pearls don't stick real good, especially on a textured background. I'm not going to do it right now, but on the first one, I did put a dot of glue, just a tiny dot, underneath each pearl. And I may go back and do that, you know, if they start coming off, I'll do that. And we're going to put 5 on. I think this time, I guess I'll put it up here, down here. I'm going to put it down here, lower. Okay, so that is that. We still have to do the inside. Now on the inside of this, here's what I did. So we're going to stamp the feathers, and I will try and stamp it the same way this time. So here's the feather. It's actually bigger than it looks. I need a different block though. You know what, guys? I tried to scrub my blocks today with like Dawn and dish liquid and a scrubby sponge, and they actually clean better with just rubbing alcohol. So there's a tip for you. Wow. Huh. No, it's all right. It's fine. It's fine. All right, let me get the gray granite ink and the Night of Navy. Now, I think I know I stamped off the gray granite. I'm not sure. I mean, the navy. I think I stamped off the gray granite once and the Night of Navy twice. So I just stuck my thumb in that. There we go. So let's try that and see. Let me just, yeah, definitely stamp off the gray granite once. Let's see, we'll go down along the edge here first. Like that, and then clean it. And then we're going to stamp. Let me just try the Night of Navy. I think I only stamped off once, so we're going to just stamp off once with that too. And there we go. So there's our card inside. And to assemble, oops, we had to put our ink away so Deb doesn't stick her thumb in it again. 22:30 your time or Eastern time, which is what I'm on. Yes, you can say that. You can say when you're going live. That's fine. Oh, you did just say 22:30 tonight. Netherlands time or... No, look, I got ink there. Let me get that off of here, or it'll end up on some paper that doesn't belong on it. You see what I did? It looks much better today, but it was bleeding pretty bad yesterday. My finger got caught under an aluminum window that wouldn't come down, and then all of a sudden decided to come down. all on its own, right on my finger. So that was sort of an ouchie. And then I had to go have blood drawn the same morning. I was like, ouch, on the same arm. Oh, well, this too shall pass, right? It feels much better today. It hurts a little bit because it's right on the knuckle, or the joint. But yeah. Okay. I cut this a little smaller than I did on the other one, but when I put this on my blog, it will be the measurements for this, which basically starts at 5 1/4 inch by 4 and then goes in 1/4 inch for each piece. I think the white is the same. Maybe not. Everything's a little, I think, about 1/4 inch smaller on this one, but I'm going to use this one because I like it better for the measurements. So there is card number, what, 3. All right. Yeah, I do Made for You with Love. I'd stamp them on the back. I need to get a stamp of my own. Okay, that's fine. Netherlands time. Okay. Next card. Moving right along. This is going to be our next one. It's using, early espresso. It's the same style card base again, standard A2 size, which is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. And this time we're letting the DSP do the work. This is pretty easy, but we did do a little stamping design. This one to me looks like a chenille bedspread or something. You remember chenille? My mother used to, oh, there it goes fuzzy again. It's kind of fading and I don't know, kind of blurry. Anyway, little popcorn weave kind of thing. So this is 5 1/4 by 4, you know, my standard kind of thing. Then I have a piece of early espresso, and let me see, this is card 4. This panel here is 1 well, the first one was 1 7/8 inch. I think I made it 2 on this one, 2 inches by 5 1/2. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, by 5. 2 inches by 5. This is 5 1/4. And then this piece of Very Vanilla is 1 3/4 inches by 4 3/4. There we go. And then we're going to use some faux suede ribbon. Love this stuff. And it is number 152472. This is out of a different suite. It's from the World of Good, I think it is, suite. But it's called Faux Suede Trim 1/4 inch. And then we're going to use the die that is shaped like this die here for our sentiment. So you can see where I did the first one. So we had to stamp first. So let's go ahead and we're going to stamp an early espresso. Yeah, I still, if they would make it, I'd still love it. So soft, right? The good things, and oh, I lied. I said I didn't use that stamp, but I did. I used all the stamps in the stamp set tonight, guys. Now I just have to figure out where the stamp set is. So I did use that one as well. We used them all. Yay. I just didn't have it on a block. Okay. So I'm going to put this down here to try and get it on sort of straight. I didn't wash this block. It's really bad. Okay. Thanks, Paige. Have fun. Hope you're doing okay. Now, I will give you a tip. Try and put this in the center of your paper because you need room for the label to cut it. So you need, you know, a good bit of space there for the label to cut it. And the good news is, I got a little line on. I'm going to flip it over. The good news is that if you stamp it a little crooked, you can put your die on a little bit crooked. But let's see if I can do it without getting a line on this time. Yes, good, good, good. Yay. Oh no. So sorry guys, I thought I had that on silent. That was my mother's nursing home, but it's probably a recorded message. They usually call on Friday afternoons. I should have thought of that. Sorry. And we're going to die cut that. I'll be right back. Okay, there we have it. And now we're going to stamp this piece. So let me move these out of the way and bring in my dirty paper again. And this time we're going to use, I probably didn't get that out either. I'm going to use this one. If I can get it off the case. Stuck on there pretty good. And I need a block. Okay, so this has little like flowery things. And the first time I did it, I was going sideways. And then when I did the inside of the card, I realized that if I look at it, it has these little lines with little loopies in. Much easier to try and line it up a little straighter with those. So I'm going to try and do that again. And I'm doing full strength on this with Early Espresso on very vanilla cardstock. Let's see how I did. A little better. So I'm going to flip it over and just do this way. Not so good. Still crooked. Deb still can't do straight. Oh well. I'm not terribly worried about it. I didn't really want it to be totally inked up anyway. But I am going to turn this one over a little bit. Nope, I had it right the first time. Okay, good enough, because we're going to have our sentiment go across here. I guess I had to put it on airplane mode to not have it. You know what? While we have that out, we're going to do the inside. Here's what I did on the inside. I just went down the edge a little bit. So let's just go ahead and do that. And then we can put it all away. Hi, Crafty Bean Tina. You're quite welcome. What else did I miss? The acrylic folder. Oh, the Stamparatus. Yes. That is a good tool, and I probably should be using it. But on these, now on this one, I think I stamped off. On these backgrounds, I don't really care because it's more like freestyle kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm not lining it up as good as I did on the first time. Oops, stamp off, Deb. Now, if you want, you can go in, and I might just go in and touch a little bit here and here because I don't like that there. Okay, good enough. Yep, that was it. It was an automated message because now I just got the voicemail from the nursing home. Probably giving the results of the resident testing, so I'll have to look at that later. Okay. Anyway, so the inside we'll just assemble first. All we do is put that in, and if you want to make that neater, you can certainly do that. But it's a handmade card. It's sort of artistic. You know. Okay. And then on the front, we cannot glue this down yet because I need the ribbon to be to go around. So I'm going to glue this. Let's see where I want this to be. I think I want this at the top so that this is over that. Yep. Sorry, I have glue on my fingers. So we're going to just glue this onto the Early Espresso piece first. And again, these measurements will be on my blog sometime tomorrow. I am promising that because I'm going to work on them tonight. I have to remember which side of this to use. Now we can glue this onto here. And then we'll do the ribbon. And then the sentiment will be bumped up. And I just want to move it over like maybe about a ½ inch in from the edge and just maybe 1/8 of an inch on each top and bottom, something like that. And then figure out where you want your sentiment. Like right about there, I think. So that means this is going to go through the middle like this. I'm going to try and hold it in place, flip it over, use my snail to tack it down. I love this faux suede ribbon. It feels so soft. So soft. And there we go. And now we can glue this down. Here's the reverse side of that paper. It's like a blonde wood. Charlene, do you have the new trimmer or the old trimmer? Because they came out with a new trimmer. And hello, by the way. They came out with a new trimmer just last year. So yes, you can certainly buy a pack of new blades for that one, but they will not fit the old trimmer. So I don't know which one you have. This is the new one. I think the old one had more of a rounded. I had that one too, and it extends out like this. So if you have this one, yes, absolutely, you can get. You can just go to my Shop Now store, and this is going to get bumped up, guys. And search on trimmer blades, and absolutely don't forget, if you do, to use Judy Evans Parker's host code. I'll show you that in a minute again, because she's having a Stampin' Up party right now, and it's good. That party goes till June 29th. And again, any orders $250 or more, you get extra rewards points of $25 in addition to what you normally would get, which at that level, at 250 level, would be 10%. And any order over 150, you should not use a host code. Okay, so there is the card. Pretty straight. And what we're going to use for embellishment, if I can find them, here they are, is the gold glitter enamel dots, which are a carryover, I think, from last holiday season as well. They're in the annual, though. And I'm going to, try and use my Take Your Pick tool to get them off. And just put them, three of them, in random places here. Just to give it a little something. The only thing, the putty sometimes does get on your gem. Oh, I don't want to use the littlest one. I'm using the largest 3 sizes. Now that one I had up there, but I'm going to put it down here in the middle of this white area. Okay. I probably don't like that. Don't like that, so I'm going to add a couple more. Let's see. We'll put one up here in this corner, and then one more little one somewhere, maybe down here. Doop, 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 doop. I don't know where I want it. Here. There we go. Okay, so that's card number 4. I have one more to do. Oh, okay. Bye, Mariah from the Netherlands. Did that answer your question, Charlene? Oh, no, the old ones they don't have anymore. They had them for a while, and they were encouraging people to get them then, but they don't sell them anymore for the old one. Sorry. I don't know where else you might be able to find them. Maybe on like eBay or something if a former demonstrator had extras and were selling them. I don't have any. Yep. Thank you. Let's see. Did I miss anything else? Oh, note spinner. Oh, she's saying goodbye to him. Okay. Okay. But there's a new annual catalog. Be sure to check that out. Okay, so that was card 4. I'll show all the cards again at the end. And let me move that over here. And then the last card, I went a little different. And here it is. So this time I used Purple Posy, which is not one of the coordinating colors. Just a small piece of designer paper that I had left from cutting the first card's paper. But I used the wood grain on the back. The You Are So Special from like we did on the, which one? Second card, I think. Yep. This time I'm bringing in the elements, these wooden elements. I've already got 2 out. Now they are part of the In Good Taste suite, which is what all these stamps and dies are from tonight. But I also am using a die from the Forever Fern suite. And let me show you. Oh, and this is the die. Because I stamped the background with the, I don't think I have it out, the leaf stamp in the In Good Taste. And these sort of looked like that. So I just cut 2 out in Granny Apple Green. So the inks we're going to use are going to be Highland Heather and Granny Apple Green. Yeah. You know, the new trimmer doesn't cost very much, and it's $25, I believe, US. And a pack of 4 blades for the new one are, I think they're $12, and you get 4 to a pack. So if you need a new trimmer, there you go. My blades, I will tell you, I use it all the time, obviously. My blades last me about a month in the new trimmer. Okay, note spinner. Well, thank you for coming and, oh, wonderful. Thank you for the email and I'll be in touch with you. Okay. Okay. So now, and thank you everybody who's already ordered on Judy's party. Thank you from Judy and from me. Much appreciated. I do not have all the thank yous out yet for Judy's party, but I did catch up for, all the prizes that were from last week's live and everything through Grace's party, from January through Grace's party, has gone out. I spent like $150 on shipping this last week to get everything out. Thank you, Jen. Okay, so let me get the stamp out again that I need because it's the last one in the set, I believe. Yep. And I'm going to have to take something off. Let's start putting some of these stamps away, huh? Like the flower. No, we need the flower. What sentiment are we using? We're using You Are So Special. So I can put this sentiment away and use this block. There we go. Boop. This stamp set, Tasteful Touches, has 9 stamps. The coordinating dies are the Tasteful label dies, which look like this. And they are great labels. You don't have to use them with just this stamp set. But they work with these sentiments well. And the only ones I didn't use tonight, I think, are the little banner and these 2 scalloped, stitchy looking edge. So I'm actually really liking it. Sometimes I get nervous about using stamp sets that are not too many images. All right, I'm bringing in my dirty paper again. We're going to stamp in Granny Apple Green. Make our own background kind of thing again. And There's no right or wrong way to do this. You just have to do it to your satisfaction. How does it look to you, you know? And we're going to cover part of it up with the die cuts and also the designer paper going across. So for those of you that might have come in late, I'm going to start a new series on Saturdays called Saturday Stamping Tips, Techniques, and More. I don't know what time it'll be Saturday because I'm late. I just decided this yesterday, late yesterday during a training I had. So there we go. That's all I'm going to do. I don't really want to fill in the white space on this particular one. It will always be at least one card, but during that card making, it'll feature a tip or a technique or just a new product or something. And then on Monday the 15th, probably at night, again, I'll have an extra live to do a unboxing. Okay. So what I did is I stamped the flower, this beautiful flower, in Highland Heather, but I stamped it on Purple Posy cardstock. Let me see. And I've already done that because it had to be fussy cut. But this is the result. So I use Highland Heather ink on Purple Posy cardstock. Really, really pretty. So I did that. And then I already die cut the two pieces out of Forever Greenery dies. But what we're going to do is we're going to kind of match them up like this and glue them together a little bit with my real fine tip non-Stampin' Up! Glue that I have here. And we're just going to try and attach them along this stem line a little bit so I can keep them together and get them placed good. Thank you, Philomena. Yeah, Tina, I had prizes and thank yous and stuff that I had to get out that went all the way back to January for people that ordered since January. So I was way behind. Plus then COVID, and I was afraid to go to the post office. Yeah, which my post office, I went in and they have plexiglass stuff hanging down from in between the attendant, if you will, and the people. So that was good. And everybody that came in except one person, I think, had a mask on. It's a small, the one I went to is a small post office. I don't really want to go in the bigger one that's sort of close by yet. And I did, do a curbside pickup at Michael's for my new Big Shot, which I was really sad because I wanted to just wait and get the Stampin' Up! One. But anyway, everybody I saw going into Michael's had masks on. I can't say the same for everybody going into the store next door to Michael's, but now on this, I think I just glued this down. I did. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Here's the other side of it, which was what we used on the first card. Almost hate to cover it up, but oh well. And sort of in the middle, wherever you want to put it actually, but I kind of wanted to have the spray come. Now I see I have a little tail at the bottom sticking up, so I'm actually going to cut that tail. There we go. I think I covered it up on the first one, but not on this one. And that's a little crooked. See if I can get it fixed real quick. Yep. And now actually I'm going to just take and glue a little bit down here, because if you have them real loose everywhere, they'll get caught when you go to put it into your envelope. Now for the stamping, I actually already pre-die cut one of these labels. I did that at the time before I had my machine, my new machine. I was afraid I wouldn't be able to cut it, but so we're using the You Are So Special in Highland Heather and hoping I get it on straight, or sort of straight. Oops. Not bad. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. Yes, there's a link down below. Well, there will be this video, but also any, like yesterday, any video since I don't know when, a while now. It says shop with me or join my team here, and you can just click on that link and it'll take you to my my online, what they call Demonstrator website. And then just click the shop now, and that'll take you to the Stampin' Up page, and it should say at the top, you are now shopping with Deb Houck. And then before you check out, at the bottom of the screen in your cart, there's a little box for the host code, and that's where you put in the current host code if your order is under $150. And I'm sure Judy would appreciate any orders going against her host code, because that helps both her and me. Okay, so the placement of this flower is going to be something like this, and I want these to come out this little area here like that. So I'm hooking them right onto the flower before I put the flower down, and I'm hooking them on with mini glue dots. Mini glue dots are really strong. And then the other one is going to go here, and I am keeping them natural. And then we're going to put dimensionals on to hold the flower up the rest of the way and make it sort of even with those wood pieces. Okay, we just need 3 because the wood pieces are there. You could probably put a little glue on the bottom of those wood pieces. Maybe I'll do that. And let's just do that right here. Okay. And then put it like this. So it sort of frames the sentiment. Then let's glue that down, and then we're almost done the outside. I'll show you those wood pieces in a minute. They're part of the In Good Taste suite. I got that on a little crooked too. Oh well, crooked Deb. So on the inside, what we're going to do is stamp. Let me show you what I did. I just did like I did in the second card. I just stamped off with Highland Heather. And then I did a little spriggy thing coming up, a vine or whatever it's called, in Granny Apple Green. Thank you, Tina. I appreciate that. And I'll show you all the cards in a minute. Oh, messy paper has to come back in. Really messy paper. And that's it for the Granny Apple Green. Actually, not happy with how that went. So we'll put another little leaf there. And then the flower, we'll bring in Highland Heather again. If you were one of the lucky ones to get the purple posy before they discontinued it, you could use that. If you used purple posy, I would probably go full strength. But since I can't sell purple posy, I'm using Highland Heather and going stamping off once. And there you go. You could stamp off even twice, I think. And it would be, I might have done that on the first one. Make it even lighter. Let me just clean my stamp. And then we'll glue that in. And then I had one more thing, but I'm not really liking the way it looks. So I'll show you that in a second that I did with it. So I don't think we're going to do it on this card. Okay, so on the first card, I took one of the wood elements. I don't know what I did with those, actually. Sorry, I'm not sure where I put the wood elements, but they're here somewhere. Oh, here. Sorry. Oops. They have these little like cross things and then also these little dots. So I took two of the dots and I colored them, whoops, with the Highland Heather dark marker, but they sort of turned a different shade of purple. And then what I did, I went over them with Stampin' Up's fine tip glue to give it a shiny finish, but I'm not liking that. I think if we put one on, we'll just put one on in the wood because we already have the wood color there anyway. So let's see how that looks. Kind of blah. I'm thinking I need a bling of some kind. Me and my bling. Gotta have my bling. Actually, I'm kind of thinking I would like a pearl, but colored purple. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So let me get my dark Highland Heather. Make sure I have the right one. Yep. And I think I'm just going to use a medium-sized pearl, actually. You can color your basic pearls, too, with your alcohol markers. And again, we should let it dry, but I'm going to go off-center a little bit. There. I'm just going to use one. There we have it. So those are our cards for tonight. Let me bring them all back in. All right. So we have this one. And this one. And this one. And these two. So those are our cards. And bear with me a second. Oops. They were all from the In Good Taste Suite, which is on pages 120 to 122 in your annual catalog. Thank you very much, Angela and Crafty Michelle. Hello, Crafty Michelle. How are you doing? And her host code is T6PCEWEX. Yes. Thank you very much for asking. Right. JWB52Z's name is Clay. He doesn't say that very often on here, but not a woman. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. So Judy's party is going through June 29th. We'd appreciate any orders that you can do. If you place an order over $150, do not use the host code because then you'll get rewards. And if you place an order $250 or more, definitely don't use the host code because you get an extra $25 in rewards in addition to whatever the normal percentage is, depending on what level. At the $250 level, it's 10%. So you'd get $25. So you get another $25 or $50 in rewards. So just so you know, Paper Pumpkin, if you want to sign up before July 10th, ends, is going to be called Summer Nights. There is an add-on to it that will make A2 size cards that will be available July 1st while supplies last. They've done that once or twice before. The card kit, the kit itself is supposed to make, hang on, let me find it again. Here it is. 9 postcards and 9 die-cut tea light bags. So it looks really cool. And I went over the colors earlier. So if you're interested in that, if you spend a lot of money on Stampin' Up, it might be a good idea to just join my team because you get a discount on your products. And from June till through June 30th, if you do join, you can pick a free bundle, either stamp and die or stamp and punch, whichever you prefer. But that's in addition to your normal starter kit, where you get $125 worth of product for $99. And you would get that plus your free bundle, plus you get a past paper pumpkin kit, and I never know which one it's going to be. And guys, don't forget, in addition to the annual catalog that's live now, don't forget to check out the beginner brochure, which is on the website. It just says beginner brochure. There are some really cute sets in it, and I will be able to show you this one. No, not right away. This one later in the month, the cute fruit, because I won it from my upline. So yeah, and there's a cute zebra one, which I think is in the annual catalog, but there's some extra little ways to use some things in here. It's a cute brochure. If you're a beginner, I'd love to help you get started. And let's see, there was one other thing I wanted to say, and I forgot what it was. Oh, tomorrow, sometime tomorrow, I'll have my first Saturday stamping tips, techniques, and more video. That will not be live. Monday the 15th, I'll have my unboxing, and then next Tuesday, I hope to be back to my normal schedule, Tuesday 7 p.m. live, and that will probably be a new suite that might come in the box next week, or it might be something else. Thank you, Philomena. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate that so much, and I appreciate your friendship and your business. Thanks for spending time out of your day with, taking the time to spend it with me. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening and the rest of your week. I don't know why this is going up so high here. Kind of looks discombobulated. These will all be out on my blog tomorrow sometime as well. I'm going to try and get them photographed and up late tonight, but no promises. Sometime tomorrow. And so you'll be able to get the dimensions if you want them out there, and links directly to all the products I used tonight. Most all of it, except for some ribbons and except for this card, which brought in the Forever Fern dies. Most of the products were from the In Good Taste. The designer series paper and the stamps were from In Good Taste suite of products. It's a great suite. The paper has like 20 some sheets of paper in the pack this time. Does anybody have any questions before I say goodbye? Thank you so much for the thumbs ups, everybody. I appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell twice so that you know when I go live or do videos, upload videos. Oh, also on the 15th, I have Craft Our Stash Cards collaboration going up. That will be Stampin' Up products this time also. I don't know which ones yet, but it will be. And I am still working on my classes. That was the other thing. I have one class almost ready, but I made 12 cards for it. And then I was going to video it. But, when you do that, you have to, just like I do for this, I make a card ahead of time and then we make one together. Michelle, below my videos, there's a link. It says shop with me or join my team here. Click here. If you click on that, it takes you to my website. And then there's a shop now button. And you just click on that. Another way to get there is if you're on my Facebook group or on my Facebook business page, Deb Houck's Crafty Cottage group or Deb Houck's Crafty Cottage Independent Stampin' Up Demonstrator, both of those pages have a Shop Now button on them, and that will take you to my web page also, and then click the Shop Now. Thank you very much, Clay. So I hope that made sense, but just look below in the description of either this video when it goes up or yesterday's or the day before's, really any for the past, I don't know how long, months and months have had my link there. But Judy's host code is only below the last 2 or 3 videos I put out, plus it'll be below this one. But I'll show that again one more time. And Judy said she would be putting up another video soon about the party too, but here's her host code, T6PCEWEX. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I have to get rid of some of the words in my description box and just have all the links more easily viewed. Not always easy. I get a little wordy. Go figure. All right, guys, I'm going to get off of here and try and have some dinner and maybe go catch a little bit of Mariah's live and get working on these uploads to my blog for tomorrow. All right. Talk to you soon. Have a great, what are we at? This is Friday. Weekend. Have a great weekend, everybody. Let's hope it's a good one for all of us, and stay safe. Hugs, love, and peace. Thank you very much for coming. Oh, tell me this computer's going to act up again. Yep. Couldn't see what I was typing, so my spelling is a little off. Oh, boy. There we go. And bye. It's not ending again. This is so bizarre.